As the first light of dawn touches the earth, the world begins to awaken with a gentle stillness. The sun rises over a tranquil lake, casting golden hues across the rippling water, while a soft breeze stirs the leaves of the nearby trees. In the distance, the call of a bird breaks the silence, a quiet reminder that life continues, even in the smallest, most unnoticed moments. Here, in this sacred stillness, a figure walks alone along the shoreline, their shoulders weighed down by invisible burdens. Each step seems heavy, yet there's a quiet yearning in their movements, a longing for peace, for answers, for something more. In this tender moment, I am with them, watching, waiting, and drawing near. My beloved child, do you feel the weight of the world pressing against your heart? I see it. The unspoken worries, the silent tears that fall in the quiet of the night, the burdens you carry alone because you think no one would understand. I see them all. And even when you feel forgotten, I have never taken my eyes off you. You are not unseen. Every tear you've cried, I've held in my hands, and every whispered prayer has reached my heart. This moment, this very sunrise, is no coincidence. I chose it for you. I created this stillness so you could hear my voice, so you could feel my presence calling you to rest. Let the beauty of this morning remind you, every day is a new beginning. Each dawn carries the promise of my mercies made fresh, an invitation to step away from the weight of yesterday and into the grace of today. I created you, not for a life of endless striving, but for a life of joy, peace, and purpose. Yet, I know how the storms of life have tried to extinguish the light within you. I see how you've questioned your worth, how you've wondered, am I enough? Do I truly matter? Hear me now. You are more than enough. You are my masterpiece, formed with love and intention. I wrote your name on the palm of my hand before you were even born. No mistake, no fear, no trial can erase the depth of my love for you. Let me restore the light that the world has tried to dim. Let me remind you of the beauty I see in you, the strength you've yet to recognize, and the future I've lovingly prepared. Kneel here with me by the water's edge. Place your hand upon the surface. Feel the cool ripple against your fingertips and know that I am near. Just as this lake reflects the sky above, I long to reflect my love in your heart, to fill you with peace that surpasses all understanding. You don't have to carry these burdens alone. Lay them down at my feet. Trust in me to lift the weight, to renew your weary spirit, and to guide you into a life filled with hope and promise. Do you see the flower floating gently on the water? Let it remind you of how I carry you, tenderly and steadily, even when you feel as though you cannot move forward on your own. My love surrounds you, sustaining you through every trial, every uncertainty. My beloved, come to me just as you are. Bring your fears, your doubts, your questions. Bring your brokenness, your dreams, and even your tears. You are never too far, never too broken, never too lost for me to reach. This is where healing begins. This is where hope is renewed. This is the moment I've been waiting for, to walk with you into the future I've prepared. Trust me, for I will never leave your side. Together, we will journey through every storm, every valley, and every joy. You are mine, and I am yours. Forever. Beloved, pause for a moment and look within. I see the weight you carry, the invisible load that presses against your soul and wearies your heart. You've grown accustomed to this burden, haven't you? Perhaps you've even convinced yourself that it is yours alone to bear. The ache of unmet expectations, the sting of harsh words spoken in haste, the persistent whisper of fear that tells you you're not enough. These burdens have settled deeply, shaping the way you walk through life. But I need you to hear me. These weights were never meant for you to carry. There are moments when you felt crushed under the pressure, haven't you? When you've smiled through the pain, held your head high while your spirit was breaking, and told yourself to keep going because there was no other choice. I've watched as you've tried to be strong for everyone else, giving pieces of yourself away until you were left feeling empty. I've heard the questions in your heart. Does anyone see me? Does anyone care? Beloved, I see you. I've always seen you. You are not invisible to me. The worries you've locked away, the dreams you've shelved, because they felt too fragile to pursue. I know them all. I hear the unspoken prayers, the cries of your heart that words cannot express. Even in your silence, I understand. And I need you to know that you are not created to walk this path alone. The weight you feel is not yours to bear. I am here, and I am ready to lift it from you. Do you remember the story of the shepherd who leaves the 99 sheep to search for the one who is lost? That is my heart for you. I come to you not with condemnation, but with compassion. I see the wounds life has left on you, the scars from battles fought in secret, and the fatigue that comes from carrying burdens too heavy for one soul. My child, I am here to offer you rest, not just for your body, but for your spirit. Take a moment now and breathe deeply. Let the tension in your shoulders ease as you release the weight you've been holding. Imagine yourself standing in my presence, the light of my love surrounding you like a warm embrace. As you do, allow me to reach into the deepest places of your heart and lift the heaviness that has settled there. Let me replace it with my peace, a peace that calms the storms within and restores your joy. I know it's not easy to let go. There's a part of you that wonders, what will happen if I release this burden? Will I be left exposed, vulnerable? But hear this truth. When you place your worries, your fears, and your pain in my hands, you are not left empty. You are made whole. You are not left vulnerable. You are surrounded by my strength. You are not abandoned. You are held closer than ever. Come to me, my beloved, with all that weighs on your heart. Lay it down at my feet and trust me to carry it for you. This is the beginning of freedom. The moment you acknowledge the burden and choose to release it into my care. Together, we will move forward, lighter and stronger, toward the life I have prepared for you. You were not meant to carry this alone, and you never have to again. Beloved, I see the struggle within you, the tug of war between your longing for answers and the silence that seems to stretch endlessly before you. You have been waiting, haven't you? Waiting for breakthroughs, for resolutions, for the desires of your heart to unfold. In those quiet moments when the world feels still, the weight of waiting can feel unbearable. You wonder, how much longer? Why hasn't it happened yet? But I ask you this, will you trust me with your timeline? My timing is perfect, though it may not always align with your expectations. You see, while you look at the now, I see eternity. I am orchestrating every detail, weaving together the threads of your story with precision and purpose. Even the moments of waiting are not wasted. They are preparing you, strengthening you, and aligning you with the fullness of my plan. Can you trust that what feels like a delay is in fact a divine alignment? Think of a seed buried in the soil. From the surface, it seems nothing is happening, but beneath, in the unseen, life is stirring. The seed is transforming, growing roots, anchoring itself for what is to come. This is the beauty of my timing. What you perceive as silence is often the season where your roots are growing deeper, where your faith is being fortified and your spirit is being prepared for the harvest that lies ahead. You may feel tempted to rush ahead, to take matters into your own hands, thinking, perhaps if I push a little harder, things will fall into place. But, beloved, do you remember Sarah and Abraham? I promised them a son, but in their impatience, they sought to fulfill the promise in their own way. The result was strife and heartache, but my time and my way, for my glory. You too must learn to rest in the assurance that my promises never fail. What I have spoken over your life will come to pass, not a moment too early or too late. When you place your trust in my timing, you open your heart to peace. Instead of striving, you learn to rest. Instead of worrying, you learn to worship. You begin to see the waiting not as a punishment, but as an invitation to draw closer to me. In the stillness, I am teaching you patience, building your character, and deepening your reliance on me. These are gifts far greater than anything the world can offer. Beloved, trust that I am not indifferent to your desires. I placed those dreams within you, and I know the ache of unfulfilled longing. But I am also the one who knows the perfect moment for each blessing to unfold. What feels delayed to you is right on schedule in my divine plan. The doors I open for you will not require you to force your way through. When the time is right, they will swing wide, and you will know with certainty that they were meant for you. So, as you wait, do not grow weary. Lift your eyes to me, and let my peace fill your soul. Declare, Lord, I trust you. Your plans for me are good. Your timing is perfect. Let these words anchor you when doubts arise. I am never late, my child. I am always on time. The waiting will not last forever. One day you will look back and see how each step was necessary, how every season of preparation brought you closer to the fullness of what I have for you. Until then, lean on me, rest in my promises, trust in my timing, for I am with you in the waiting, and I will never leave your side. Beloved, I see the question that lingers in your heart. Who am I really? The world is quick to offer answers, often tied to your achievements, your failures, or the opinions of others. But let me remind you, your true identity does not come from this fleeting world. It is rooted in me, in the one who created you with intention, love, and purpose. You are not defined by your past, nor by the mistakes you may carry like heavy stones. Those things, though painful, do not hold the power to determine your worth. In my eyes, you are far more than the sum of your actions or the labels others have placed upon you. You are my child, chosen, beloved, and cherished beyond measure. When I formed you, I crafted you in my image, weaving together every detail with precision and care. Every talent you possess, every dream that stirs within you, every quirk that makes you unique, they are no accident. They are a reflection of my creativity and my love for you. You were fearfully and wonderfully made, and no one can take that away from you. The world may try to tear you down, telling you that you are not enough, that you must strive harder to prove your worth. But I ask you to rest in this truth. Your value is not something you have to earn. It is inherent, unshakable, and eternal, because it is grounded in my love for you. I do not see you through the lens of your imperfections or shortcomings. I see you through the lens of grace, perfected and complete. Think of the prodigal son who wandered far from home, feeling unworthy of love, burdened by shame. Yet when he returned, I did not meet him with condemnation or judgment. I ran to him with open arms, clothed him in the finest robe, and celebrated his return. That is how I see you. No matter how far you feel from me, no matter what burdens you carry, I am always here, ready to embrace you and remind you of who you truly are. The thought, you are my masterpiece, designed for a purpose far greater than you can imagine. You were created to shine, to reflect my light in a world that desperately needs hope and love. When you begin to see yourself as I see you, you will walk with a confidence that is unshakable. You will no longer be swayed by the opinions of others, for you will know that your worth is firmly rooted in me. Beloved, I call you by name. You are mine. You are not a mistake or an afterthought. You are a deliberate creation, a reflection of my glory. When doubts creep in, when the voices of the world grow loud, return to me. Let me remind you of your true identity, the one that cannot be altered by circumstances or criticism. Speak these words over yourself. I am a child of God, loved and chosen, with a purpose that no one can take away. As you embrace your identity in me, you will find freedom. Freedom from striving, from fear, from the need to be perfect in the eyes of the world. You will stand tall, not because of who you are on your own, but because of who you are in me. Your life will become a testament to my love and grace, a light that draws others to the truth of who I am. So, walk boldly, beloved. Walk with the knowledge that you are mine. Let this truth anchor you when the storms come. Let it guide your steps and fill your heart with peace. For in me you are complete. In me you are enough. In me you will always belong. Beloved, I see the weariness in your spirit. The world presses upon you with relentless demands, urging you to do more, to carry burdens you were never meant to bear. You've been striving, pushing forward, yet the weight grows heavier, and your soul longs for rest. Hear me now. I am calling you to step away from the chaos, to lay down your burdens, and to find peace in my presence. Rest is not a sign of weakness, nor is it an indulgence for the privileged few. Rest is a gift I have given you, a sacred pause to renew your strength and restore your soul. When I created the world, even I rested on the seventh day, not out of necessity, but as a model for you. I wove rest into the rhythm of creation, knowing your body, mind, and spirit would need it. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. These are not just words, they are a promise. When you feel the weight of the world pressing down, when exhaustion threatens to consume you, come to me. Let me carry what you cannot. Let me hold you in my arms, where you will find solace and renewal. Think of the shepherd tending to his flock. When a lamb grows tired, the shepherd doesn't chastise it for its weakness. Instead, he gently lifts it onto his shoulders, carrying it close to his heart. That is how I care for you. I am the good shepherd, and I will never let you fall or falter. Rest in me, beloved. Let me renew your strength so that you can rise again. When you pause to rest, you make room for me to work. In your stillness, I can speak to your heart, reminding you of truths that get lost in the noise. I can whisper my love to you, reassure you of my plans, and guide you with clarity. The battles you face are not meant to be fought in your own strength. I am your source of power, your shield, and your defender. Trust me to carry you through. Rest is not just physical. It is a posture of the heart. It is surrendering your worries and trusting that I am in control. When you rest, you acknowledge that you cannot do it all on your own, and that you don't have to. My grace is sufficient for you, and my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Think of Mary sitting at my feet, listening, resting in my presence. While Martha busied herself with tasks, Mary chose the better portion, and it will not be taken from her. This is what I desire for you. Not a life of endless striving, but one of peace, renewal, and intimacy with me. Let the world's demands fade away as you focus on what truly matters. Your relationship with me. Beloved, take time to step away from the noise. Find a quiet place where you can meet with me, free from distractions. Let the stillness wash over you like a gentle stream, bringing refreshment to your soul. Open your heart and let me fill the empty places with my love, my peace, and my joy. This is not a temporary escape, it is a way of life. When you live from a place of rest, you can face challenges with a renewed spirit. You can pour out love to others without running dry, because you are constantly being filled by me. You can walk through trials with peace, knowing that I am your refuge and your strength. Do not fear stepping back. Do not let guilt convince you that rest is wasted time. In your rest, I am working. I am aligning circumstances, opening doors, and preparing blessings that you cannot yet see. Trust in my timing and let go of the need to control. Rest in the knowledge that I am God and I hold all things in my hands. As you rest, I will restore. I will take the broken pieces of your heart and mend them with my love. I will breathe life into your weary spirit and give you the strength to rise again. You will not only be renewed, you will be transformed, ready to step into the purpose I have for you. So, beloved, answer my call. Come to me and find rest. Let me refresh your soul and renew your strength. Lay down your burdens and take up my peace. You are not alone, and you are not forgotten. In me, you will find all that you need. Rest, and know that I am with you always. My beloved, let us linger in this sacred moment, for it is the fulfillment of a journey we have walked together, step by step, through valleys of doubt and mountains of faith. Every tear you've shed has been precious to me, collected and cherished. Every prayer, even those whispered in the quiet tapestry of your heart, has reached me and been carefully woven into the grand tapestry of your life. You may have questioned, "Where are you, Lord?" That I tell you I was never far. I stood beside you in the shadows, carried you through the storms, and whispered my love to your spirit when the world felt too heavy to bear. The path has not been easy, but look at how far you've come. The struggles, though painful, were never meant to harm you, but to prepare you for the blessings I am now pouring into your life. What you once saw as delays were actually moments of divine alignment. I have been working behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances, shaping hearts, and opening doors in ways you could not see. My child, this moment, this sacred and beautiful moment, is what I have always promised you. Do you see now the beauty of my faithfulness? The trials you thought would break you have instead refined you. The doubts you carried have been replaced with a faith that is unshakable. You have been transformed through the fire, not consumed by it, and now you shine with the brilliance of one who has been touched by my grace. The pain you endured, the nights you spent crying out to me, and the questions that seemed to have no answers, have all led to this place of peace, fulfillment, and joy. The blessings I have prepared for you are not fleeting, they are eternal. You are now walking in the abundance of my promises. Look at what I have done. I have turned your mourning into dancing, and your sorrow into joy. I have taken the ashes of your past and exchanged them for beauty beyond what you could imagine. I have clothed you in garments of praise, adorned you with my peace, and crowned you with my love. These are not just words. They are the reality of my unwavering commitment to you. You wondered if your prayers mattered, if your cries for help were heard. Let me assure you, my child, that not one word has been lost. Every prayer was a seed, planted in faith, watered with tears, and nurtured by my love. Today you stand in the harvest of those prayers. The miracles unfolding before you are the fruit of your trust, your perseverance, and your willingness to believe, even when the answers were not yet visible. This is what it means to walk in my promises, to trust that I am always faithful, always present, and always working for your good. But my beloved, this is not the end of the story. This is merely the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with even greater blessings, deeper joy, and more profound purpose. What you see now is just a glimpse of what I have in store for you. My promises do not fade with time, they endure, growing richer and fuller as you continue to walk with me. Your life is a testimony, a light that will shine in the darkness, drawing others to my love. You are my chosen one, my treasure, my delight. I have written your name on the palms of my hands and set you apart for a life of purpose and abundance. Do not be afraid to dream, for I am the one who placed those dreams in your heart. Do not fear the unknown, for I am the one who goes before you, preparing the way. Every step you take is a step closer to the fullness of the life I have planned for you. Let me remind you of this truth. I am not a distant God. I am your Father, your protector, your closest companion. My love for you is not conditional. It does not depend on your performance, your perfection, or your understanding. It is a love that is constant, unchanging, and eternal. Even when you faltered, even when you doubted, I held you close. My love has never wavered, and it never will. As you step into this new season, carry this truth in your heart. You are never alone. I am with you always, guiding your steps, lighting your path, and surrounding you with my presence. The challenges you face will not defeat you, for I am your strength. The uncertainties ahead will not overwhelm you, for I am your peace. You are walking in my promises, and nothing can separate you from the love I have for you. Celebrate this moment, my beloved. Lift your voice in gratitude. for this is the day I have made for you, a day of fulfillment, of joy, and of new beginnings. Let your heart be filled with hope, knowing that the best is yet to come. My promises are not confined to a single moment. They are the foundation of your future, the assurance of my unchanging love. Go forth now with confidence, my child. Shine with the light of my glory, walk boldly in the strength of my presence, and rest securely in the knowledge that you are deeply loved. You are mine, and I am yours, forever and always. Together we will continue this journey, and you will see my goodness unfold in ways beyond your wildest dreams. This is my promise, fulfilled, and the story is just beginning.